Hello children, hope all of us are doing good. The topic that we will study today is sorting materials into groups, and we will learn about matter and material, classification of materials on the basis of their properties, and importance of grouping things. Now when you look around yourself, you see a number of objects surrounding you, such as blackboard, table, chair, insects, birds, plants, etc. If you are to study each of them, how will you do it? Now, in order to study different types of things, it is important to group them together. The process of grouping or sorting out of the objects is called classification. Now, classification of things can be done on the basis of similarities and dissimilarities, living and non-living, natural and artificial. तो हमारे आसपास जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं, हम सबको अलग अलग कैटेगरीज़ में क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं, और ये क्लासिफिकेशन हो सकती है कि इन चीज़ों के बीच में क्या चीज़ें सिमिलर हैं, क्या डिससिमिलर हैं, कौन सी लिविंग है, कौन सी नॉन लिविंग है, कौन सी नेचुरल हैं और कौन सी आर्टिफिशियल हैं. Now let us perform the following activity to understand the concept of grouping the things. So let us do it. Group the following things and mention the criteria of grouping. Table, chair, lunchbox, bag, uniform, pen, pencil, bottle, book, notebook, handkerchief. Now we will classify the things on the basis of material used. So here are the name of the materials and what are the things that are made from these materials. Now in the given activity, we have classified the things on the basis of materials they are made of. But what is a material? So let us now look at matter and material. Now anything that has mass and that occupies space is called matter. Matter is anything that can be seen or touched, like water, soil, wood, paper, etc. All these things are matter. तो हर वो चीज़ जो space occupy कर सकती है, जिसको हम टच कर सकते हैं और जो हमें नज़र आती है, वो क्या है? वो matter है. On the other hand, material is a kind of matter from which a thing can be made. So glass, metal, plastic, cotton, paper, etc. are examples of material. तो वो चीज़ें जिनसे हम हर तरह का मैटर बनाते हैं, उन चीज़ों को मटीरियल कहते हैं. Now observe the different kinds of objects around you. You can observe that an object can be made from different materials. For example, a bowl can be made from steel, वुड, ग्लास एंड प्लास्टिक. अब ये अलग अलग टाइप के बोल्स हैं, चाहे ये स्टील का बने, चाहे वुड का बने, चाहे ग्लास का बने, चाहे प्लास्टिक का बने. देन बी, an object can be made using more than one material. For example, if you look at your bicycle carefully, you will notice that some of its parts are made from iron, some from rubber and some from plastic. तो एक चीज़ हम अलग अलग टाइप के मटेरियल यूज़ करके भी बना सकते हैं. Then see, different kinds of objects can be made from one material. For example, table, chair, pen, bowls, toys, etc. can be made from plastic. तो इतनी सारी अलग अलग टाइप की चीज़ें हैं, इनको भी हम सिर्फ एक ही टाइप के मटेरियल से बना सकते हैं. Now to understand the above concept, perform the following activity. So let us do it. In the first column, names of some objects are given. In second column, write down the different materials that can be used to make these objects. जैसे कि ये ring, plate, chair, अब इनको बनाने में किस टाइप का मटेरियल यूज़ होता है. इसी तरह से almirah, bangle, door, इनको बनाने में कौन सा मटेरियल यूज़ होता है. Now let us look at the classification of materials on the basis of their properties. Now, can you cook food in a wooden utensil? Definitely not, as wood starts burning when it comes in contact with the fire. Therefore, it is not a good idea to make cooking utensils from wood. Then which material should be used for making cooking utensils? Surely we will consider a material which can withstand the heat of burner while cooking food. Now this can be steel or any other metal. Similarly, for clothing, which kind of materials must be considered? The materials which are light in weight, have air holes, do not have sharp edges, are soft and can be folded and washed easily are used in clothing. Now different kinds of fabrics fulfill all these requirements. Therefore clothes are made from fabrics and not from wood or metal. हम किस ऑब्जेक्ट को किस इस्तेमाल में लाते हैं उस पर डिपेंड करता है कि हम उसको किस टाइप के मटेरियल से बनाते हैं. Now let us discuss some properties of materials which help in their classification. So first we will look at the appearance or luster. Now different materials look different from each other. Gold looks different from iron, wood looks different from coal, and so on. However, materials like gold, silver, copper, bronze, etc. may have some similarities which are not there in wood. So let us perform the following activity to understand appearance of metals. Now it is a fact, metals lose their luster due to the exposure to moisture and oxygen. This is called rusting of metals. अलग अलग तरह के मटेरियल देखने में एक दूसरे से बहुत ही अलग नज़र आते हैं. जो मेटल है उनमें थोड़ी सी शाइन होती है. अब उसी के सामने हम अगर कोई वुड वाली चीज़ रखें तो उसमें शायद वो शाइन ना हो. नाउ लेट अस डू इट. Take some pieces of cardboard, coal, wood, copper wire, aluminium wire, chalk, etc. Cut a piece from each of the material and observe the freshly cut surfaces. You will notice that copper and aluminium have shiny surfaces while the others do not have. Materials which have shiny surfaces are called metals, and the characteristic shine of metals is called luster. Now metals like gold, silver, platinum and bronze have long lasting luster. Therefore these metals are used in making jewelry and other decorative items or articles. तो वो मटेरियल जिसकी सरफेस पे शाइन होती है, चमक होती है, उसे मेटल कहा जाता है, और जो मेटल की चमक होती है उसे लस्टर कहते हैं. थिंक copper is also lustrous, yet it is not used to make jewelry. Why? Now let us look at hardness. So some substances are harder than others. For example, when you scratch materials like iron, aluminium, wood, etc. with the help of a stone or key, these materials cannot be scratched easily. On the other hand, if you scratch wax, chalk, soap, etc., these materials will scratch easily. Thus, the materials which can be compressed or scratched easily are called soft, while the materials which cannot be compressed or scratched easily are called hard. तो दूसरी हमारी क्वालिटी क्या है कि कौन सा सब्सटेंस कितना हार्ड है या कितना सॉफ्ट है. किसी चीज़ को अगर आप इजीली दबा सकते हो, उस पर स्क्रैचेस डाल सकते हो तो वो सॉफ्ट है, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते तो वो हार्ड है. नाउ इट इज़ अ फैक्ट, बोथ डायमंड एंड ग्रेफाइट आर मेड अप ऑफ प्योर कार्बन, बट दे आर वेरी मच डिफरेंट इन देयर प्रॉपर्टीज़. Graphite is a soft material which can be cut with knife, while diamond is the hardest material of the world. It is so hard that it is used to drill into hard rocks. The lead of your pencils is made from graphite. Now let us look at the characteristic of soluble or insoluble. Many materials are dissolved in water whereas others do not. For example, substances like sugar, salt and baking soda when added to water disappear completely after stirring properly, whereas sand and chalk powder do not. Therefore, solid materials that completely dissolve in water are called soluble materials, while the materials which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble materials. On the other hand, the property of a substance to dissolve another substance is called solubility. तो वो चीज़ें जो पानी में घुल जाती हैं, डिज़ोल्व हो जाती हैं, उन्हें हम soluble material बोलते हैं, और वो चीज़ें जो पानी में नहीं घुलती हैं उनको हम insoluble materials बोलते हैं. और सब्सटेंस की जो प्रॉपर्टी होती है जिसकी वजह से वो पानी में डिज़ोल्व हो जाते हैं, उस प्रॉपर्टी को कहा जाता है उस सब्सटेंस की solubility. Now in case of liquids, liquids such as alcohol, vinegar, lemon juice, etc. dissolve in water. Therefore, these liquids are called miscible liquids, whereas liquids like kerosene, coconut oil, mustard oil, diesel, etc. are insoluble in water. Thus, these liquids are called immiscible liquids. तो वो liquid जो पानी में dissolve हो जाते हैं completely, उनको miscible कहा जाता है, और वो liquids जो पानी में dissolve नहीं होते उन्हें immiscible liquids कहा जाता है. Now, water is also capable to dissolve some gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen in it. Dissolved oxygen makes it possible for aquatic animals to survive underwater, while dissolved carbon dioxide helps aquatic plants to perform photosynthesis. Aerated soft drinks have dissolved carbon dioxide, which makes them fizzy. So let us do it. To test solubility of different liquids in water, so materials required are sample of vinegar, lemon juice, honey, coconut oil, milk, mustard oil, kerosene, 7 glass tumblers and water. Now fill all the tumblers with water and add each sample in a separate tumbler. Stir the mixture in each tumbler properly and let it stand for 5 minutes. Observation, note your observations in the following table. तो ये जितने आपको मटेरियल आपने पानी में ऐड करे थे उसके सामने आप यहाँ पे लिखिए कि ये मटेरियल soluble है या insoluble है. Now let us look at flotation. Drop a piece of iron in water, you will see that it goes down to the bottom of the vessel. It means it will sink. However, if you drop a piece of wood in the water, it remains on the surface. It means it will float on water. Therefore, the property of a material to float on water is called flotation. So, flotation of objects depends upon the materials they are made up of and their shapes. However, it depends more on the shape and design of the object than the material used. तो कोई भी मटेरियल पानी में डूब जाएगा या तैरेगा, ये भी उसकी एक प्रॉपर्टी है. और ये डिपेंड करता है कि वैसे तो डिपेंड करता है कि आपने कौन सा मटेरियल यूज़ किया है, लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा इस बात पे डिपेंड करता है कि जो आपने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है उसकी शेप क्या है. सो लेट अस डू इट. Collect different materials like pebbles, nail, wooden block, ice, wax, coin, key, leaf, etc. Drop each one in water and check whether they float or sink and record your observation in the given table. तो ये आपकी चीज़ें हैं, आप उनको पानी में डालिए और फिर लिखिए कि क्या वो फ्लोट करते हैं या वो सिंक करते हैं. Then next property is transparency. Hold a metal sheet in front of your eyes and try to see through it. Will you be able to see through it? Definitely not. Now take a piece of glass and hold it in front of your eyes. Can you see through it? You can see through it. Therefore, those materials through which things can be seen are called transparent materials. Glass, air, water, etc. are transparent materials. On the other hand, those materials through which you cannot see are called opaque materials. So, paper, leaf, metal sheet, wood, etc. are opaque materials. Now spread some oil on the paper and again try to see through it. You will observe that you can slightly see through it. Therefore, the materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly are called translucent. तो वो objects जिनके थ्रू आप आर पार देख सकते हैं वो ट्रांसपेरेंट मटेरियल हैं. जिन ऑब्जेक्ट्स के आर पार उनके थ्रू आप नहीं देख सकते वो ओपेक मटेरियल्स हैं. और वो ऑब्जेक्ट्स जिनके थ्रू आप थोड़ा बहुत देख सकते हैं, बहुत क्लियरली नहीं, उन्हें कहते हैं ट्रांसलूसेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ सम अदर प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मटेरियल्स. So we have discussed many properties of materials so far. Moreover, sorting of materials can also be dependent on the following properties like their ability to attract material towards magnet, conduct electricity and conduct heat. So let us first look at magnetic substances. So the substances such as iron get attracted towards magnet and are called magnetic substances. Then we come to non-magnetic substances. The substances such as glass and plastics do not get attracted towards magnet and are called non-magnetic substances. Then we have conductors. So materials such as iron and copper that allow the heat or electricity to pass through them are called good conductors of heat. Generally, metals are good conductors of heat. Then we have insulators. So materials such as plastics that do not allow heat or electricity to pass through them are called bad conductors or insulators. तो और चार कौन सी प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं मटेरियल को सॉर्ट करने के लिए कि कोई भी मटेरियल आयरन जैसे हो गया वो मैग्नेट की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होता है या नहीं. जो मटेरियल मैग्नेट की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं वो मैग्नेटिक, जो नहीं होते वो नॉन मैग्नेटिक. इसी तरह से जो मटेरियल्स जिनके थ्रू हीट और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास कर सकती है वो कहलाए जाते हैं कंडक्टर्स, और जिनके थ्रू हीट और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास नहीं करती वो कहलाए जाते हैं इंसुलेटर्स. नाउ लेट अस लुक एट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ग्रुपिंग थिंग्स. We locate easily the things we need when things are grouped properly. For example, in our home, different things are grouped as per their use. As if we need a spoon, we will find it in the kitchen. So, grouping of materials makes it convenient to study their properties and comparisons. तो अगर हम चीज़ों को प्रॉपरली ग्रुप करके रखते हैं तो पहली बात तो उन्हें ढूंढना आसान हो जाता है कि कौन सी चीज़ कहाँ पर है, और दूसरी वजह यह है कि ग्रुपिंग करने से ये हम बड़े कन्वीनियंटली दो किसी भी चीज़ों को जो कि अलग अलग मटेरियल से बने हैं उन्हें कंपेयर कर सकते हैं या उनके डिफरेंसेस देख सकते हैं. नाउ लेट अस टेक अ क्विक रीकैप. ग्रुप ऑफ थिंग्स इज कॉल्ड ग्रुपिंग ऑफ थिंग्स. दोबारा से So let us take a quick recap. Grouping of things is called classification. Materials are classified on the basis of their properties. An object can be made from different materials. Different objects can be made from one material. Some properties of materials are luster, hardness, transparency, flotation, solubility, etc. Grouping things helps to search the required thing easily and help to study properties of materials. So I hope, children, that this topic is clear to all, and answering questions based on this topic will now be easy.